Cosmic here, welcome back to the channel, and today we are opening up a full case of set 1 of Fusion World, and I am so excited to dig into this. As you can see, I kind of already opened up one of those boxes, so today we're going to be opening up 2 of them on speed, normal time, and all that stuff, and at the end, I know people are curious that we will also do like a case opening recap, so there will be a cut, but I figured at least, hey, for the video, let's open up some packs, see what's inside, and kind of just talk about it overall. So without further ado, I am just going to kind of take this off and try to get this seal off. Probably would have been smart to, start these out with a box cutter or two, but that's the problem of doing it live and just getting home back from our pre-release locals, which is actually super hype. I got destroyed by a Broly deck playing Frieza because they went triple ramp, double Broly on me, and I just didn't find any of my self-awakeners. But hey, it's a best of 1 game. It do be like that sometimes. So we are going to open it up. There is no box toppers or anything of that to note, but there all are the packs. All the packs have the same design, kind of like the other Bandai games. There's normally like a set theme or set design to it, but for this one we just have the splash art on front, so I'm just going to take that put to the side, and we're just going to go again. We'll probably do 2 boxes. I feel like that's a good amount. Just quickly go card by card so people can see some of the artwork, talk about maybe some of the key cards as it comes up, and go from there. But otherwise, just going to be kind of going through these and pulling them as we go. So, and I'll definitely make sure to comment any of the ones that I notice. Vados, I know, gets played in the red deck that I think are going to be exciting or play-worthy. But again, I think a lot of people will be seeing this for the first time. So just trying to show off some of the artwork and kind of what we get. So event cards as well, we know are the white. We got our first rare, which does have that silver foiling, as we've seen time and time again. And we got a, super rare right off the bat. So again, in the bottom right-hand corner, you can see it here where it says the SR. That's how you know. And then there is a code on the back, which I'm going to slide off to the side for myself because the digital client's not out yet, so I can't share those. But really love that texturing and how it pops in the background. And then, again, I do really love, as I mentioned in my starter video, the ramp. It's overflow is what it's called for Shadowverse, and I just really like that, so I'm going to keep calling it overflow. But if you have 6 or more energy, draw a card while attacking, and it is a 20k. So it's something that you don't mind playing early because it is a filter, which is really important in green. And then also it does have that secondary effect. So late game, when you just want to play a value 2-drop that's going to get an extra effect, it is really good for that. So leaders are very easy to open, which is nice. So if you see it in the front, you'll get the front and back side. So there's cooler for both sides of it. Leaders I'm just going to put off to their own pile because I won't need more than 1 of each, right? And I'll just be giving them out to locals. So Champa, Krillin, Barbarian, Tien, Strong Warriors of Universe 6, Son Goku. Hey, it looks like we've seen that exact artwork before. Apple will get another one here. Nail. I'm trying to... The autofocus is not holding up as well as I would hope so. Shin. Then we have our first rare in this one, which is Goku Black. And then another rare, which is Bonds of the Ginyu Force. So, again, just trying to show off some of the artwork. For me personally, I think green is going to get all the love for very understandable reasons. But I am excited personally for the Goku Black deck. And I hope I pull the leader. Also, we'll see at the end if we get there. So, going to start to speed up a little bit here. Another energy payoff. Vados again for the red decks. Instant Kamehameha. I really haven't seen a lot of that one being played a lot. Zarbon, obviously, if you, any of the 1-drop searchers, we talked about this a lot in the other videos, but for those that have maybe seen this again for the first time, there's certain cards you're just always going to want to include, at least in these early builds. A lot of like the 1-drop searchers or just the 1-drop draws are really good for replacing themselves, and they're just a 5k combo when you need them kind of out of your hand. So Android 18, sweet. That is it's a super combo, one of those defensive cards that we talked about. Then we have Vegeta and Ginyu. There's another SR. So we do know it's 8 SRs per box if I'm not mistaken. And again, the foiling on these actually look quite good. And it's really funny kind of going back and, for those that followed us from 7 years ago when we covered Masters set 1, it's kind of funny to kind of bring this all full circle and doing another Dragon Ball set and talking about all the hits in it. So letting that focus for just a second. No? Okay, there it goes. Krillin, Bulma, Piccolo, another vanilla we've seen, the Instant Kamehameha again. So getting a lot of the doubles already. The vanilla Goku Black. Oh, sorry, let me get this back in frame a little bit. Android 17, Master Roshi, Fua, and Trunks Future. This one, great. It's great for a critical. 25k is nice. Battle card with cost 3 or less, return to its owner's hand. that is a on play, so you're able to, you know, get rid of a problematic blocker if you need to. Hitting 3 or less is quite a big tempo swing you'll find in against a lot of decks. So playing it on a key turn can be really good. You know, playing it early, or again just saving it for late if you know that they're going to try to survive off of a blocker. Right, that's where that or I guess it's a 3-drop, right? 4-drop. Sorry, can come in handy to bounce their 3-drop. All right, moving on again. Dore, Pilaf. I know, again, a lot of people are going to go back and comment on that video that say, why doesn't this Vegeta deck have this card? You're going to want to run it. That's probably a deck tech video for a future me time skip. I wish this was up to 40K. I know a lot of people are or have not been running this card, but, you know, coming from other games like Magic or just other games where, like, spells are usually really good and really flex, this one does have some nice flex options. But even if you think about, like, oh, I really want to stop the Ginyu deck and I want something to slow down their aggressive plan, you're only going to kill one card with this most of the time. And being in 1-for-1 with these red decks are not really where you want to be. Salza, Piccolo, Assemble, Representatives Universe 7, Brother-Sister combination. Oop, we have that is something shiny in the back. Knees, this is one that's come up in a lot of the yellow decks, just the blocker and then also Self-Awakener. Very good for a 2-drop, just give you more options. And then I guess I should say the cooler tag doesn't matter. I don't remember in set 1. It's just Frieza and Ginyu Force. Then we have Raccoon and woo! There's our first hit of the box. Android. Oop, there. Let's see if focus. Android 17 and 18. Again, you can tell because it has the little plus in the bottom, and also the white text on the or the white box on the bottom is usually a giveaway. So double strike deals 2 damage, and then on play choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards with cost 3 or less and KO them. So just really good removal. Allows green to catch back up, and that is definitely something that I am excited to see. And I just forgot where I put my sleeve, so I guess we're just gonna put that off to the side, because I don't know where I just put it. I just grabbed him to be like, hey, I want to make sure I put this in sleeves and stuff. So let's get spoiler, you know you're a card player when you have random packs of sleeves all over your desk. But I had penny sleeves somewhere, but I know that I will drop this or knock this somewhere or something. So it is just going to go there off to the side and just be a nice little memento for the box. So I'll put that kind of just off frame that way. And again, there are going to be 2 hits per box. We do know that. It's going to be things like leaders or the alt arts that are really big and for what people want to be hitting. So we will see what we get. You know, I'd love to get more green cards here. Try again, put those code cards to the side. Birder. Magetta? Oh, I don't think that's one I've seen before off the top of my head. Krillin, Zamasu, Vegeta, Zamasu again. Actually, is that the... Nope, that's not the one thing I meant. Blocker for what's relevant, though. Strong Warriors of Universe 6, Android 17, Blade of Despair. Again, getting that Zamasu and Black Goku deck together. Trunks Future as a uncommon, something shiny in the back again. Rare, we have Frost and... Ooh! There we go. All right, well, speaking of green and getting a nice hit, you know, in the first part of the video, we have Sun Gohan Childhood, one that a lot of people were really excited about. Right now, the highest price leader, so it's very good to see this get out in the case. I wish the other side was foil as well, but it is custom artwork on both sides. And I mean, this is just, God, this is gorgeous. And again, as someone who opened up a bit of One Piece as well, we did that on stream. I don't think I actually ever put the video on YouTube because I kind of forgot to. But again, someone who is IP neutral, technically. I've seen the live action for One Piece. I've seen only Cell and Frieza sagas for Dragon Ball. But man, the gold stamping on these compared to, you know, the One Piece or even just like other Bandai games, right? And how they do, like, whew, Dragon Ball be eating good. So, yeah, I guess the second box technically I opened, but we take those, right? So we're gonna try to speed this up now that the hits are gone out of the box, so to say. But again, still want to give people time to see some of these cards, and if they have, if they haven't seen a lot of the artwork, right, see them for the first time, or just be able to pause on any one of their cards in particular that they care about and get to see and read the effects. So again, Vados being a good one. Big Bang Attack, Great Priest. Nobody wants this card. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. I don't think anybody likes this card. At least not that I've seen. Frieza. Son Goku, a great one to get. A lot of the green decks are playing this, so don't hate to see that. And Beerus, which is our super rare again. Really nice spiral. Not sure how good that's coming through on the camera. Very nice spiral design in the background. The super rares do look quite good. see if... Wish I had more room for this setup, but we are making do with everything that we have. So there we go. We got our Goku Black leader. Again, we'll put that off to the side. King Cold, Bulma, Frieza, Android 18, Son Goku. Now you see the power of the Ginyu Force. I just love the artwork on that card. Just it's so good. Shu, Trunks Youth, Jace. Actually, which one is that? Permanent your turn if you have 3 more. Oh yeah, the plus 5k. So I guess you could technically hit this one because it's only during your turn, so your opponent can hit you with the time leap or whatever that card was called from hit. But meh, right? Supernova and a Son Goku if it wants to ever focus. So what I will say is I, again, do really appreciate that we get 2 rares per pack. It'll hopefully make it a little bit easier for people to finish their play sets that need to get them. I think, you know, commons through rares are always cheap in Bandai games, which is why I enjoy playing so many of them and why I always, you know, tell other people to check them out. But getting some of those secret rares, I'm sure, are still going to be a little bit more on the expensive side. But hey, I mean, you can probably finish a deck once prices come down for pre-release and all that. You're finishing. Oh, there it is. The time skip that we were talking about. You can finish decks for like $70, including the starter deck cost, right? Like it's going to be not that bad, all things considered. Android 16. Really wish the Android deck got like 1 or 2 more cards. Probably would have been nice. We have a Goldo, and then we have another super rare. We have Trunks, and this is one that's come up quite a bit. Again, kind of a bummer that it is a Self-Awakener that's a super rare that's like mandatory for these decks in terms of just how good it is. And then, of course, you also get the Bounce as well, which is extremely, extremely strong. So I know a lot of people are probably going to be hopping on the Broly train very soon, but I just really love all the blue cards and kind of the blue card effects. So I don't know which way I'm leaning yet. Like I want to say Goku Black, but I haven't actually got to test the deck yet. So we'll see if that's the one that I end up gravitating towards or one of the other blue leaders instead. Ginyu, there he is to haunt my dreams and hope I pull that leader as well. We are Cooler Squadron, Sunel, Whis, Yamcha. That's a super combo as well. I always just call him Q. Oh, see right here, Sinister Sickle. I love this card. Choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards with cost 4 or less and place them on the bottom of their owner's deck in any order. Now, yes, it is a 3 cost, which is relatively expensive in this game, all things considered, but this is something that you just need to see like once in your game and really hook your opponent with it, and it's going to be such a big swing in your favor. And then another SR, the Son Goku. Add up to 1 card from your life from hands. Another, again, the Self-Awakener. Then choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with 20,000 power or less and KO it. So, again, nice for moving blockers. It's a 25 for 3, which is really nice. So make sure you can still attack into Broly for 0, and then, or for not having to spend extra cards, as well as comboing very well with the leader effect to actually make it a 30k. So, Red, again, really having a lot of the battle power manipulation effects that I think people just need to figure out time or get a little bit of time to figure out which variation of each card they want to be running. And I think the red deck is actually going to come around, or at least I hope it's going to come around because I really do like the deck in a big way. Son Gohan Childhood. Choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with cost 4 or less and KO it. Good removal, 30k. And then, oh, there we go. Goku Black. Again, I just love his artwork. And again, full disclaimer, I have not seen the series with Goku Black. I just love their design. I love all the battle artwork that they always have for him. For anyone knows that, me from like Lost Ark times, I just love anything that has a scythe in the characteristic. Shout out to Death Scythe, Hell Custom from Gundam Wing. Like, this is just a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous card. All right, about halfway through the box. Again, really probably going to start speeding it up now just to get through this. And again, because I have to still unbox, sort all the other ones, and make sure that we're, you know, doing a recap at the end so we can say like, hey, here's all the other cards that we got. The heal, the 35k heal for green, which is nice to see, and another Fua. So I don't think I've actually seen the heal card get used that much. I know that shout out to Aspira, he did like a big breakdown as well. From more of the Japan decks, because again, they've had a ton of locals going on, so that's a great place to look for. If you just want an idea of any leader to start with, definitely make sure to check that out. But I don't think I've seen a single 6-drop Gohan in any of those lists, just in terms of like, are people even trying it sort of thing? But I mean, like 35k is a good point. You gain a life, which, you know, card for a card in that sense. But ooh, Final Hope Slash, that has some really nice foiling on it. And if it ever focuses, Botama. But I think it's just the way that the meta is playing out right now. It's not as needed. So we'll have to wait and see kind of where people take their list from here. And maybe it gets used in the future. Maybe it doesn't. Android 20, again, just the one-drop searchers, again, playing a huge role. Or just like one-drop draw, one-drop searcher, right? Make sure whatever deck you're building, whatever leader, whatever color, you're going to want one of those two one-drops in the list, as well as some of the other ones, like the one-drop Frieza that we've talked a lot about in the review videos, another Sinister Sickle, and Vegeta for the rares in this one. The Frieza tap one card down effect is just crazy strong. I don't think that one's going to be going anywhere anytime soon. Just those early battle tricks or just getting rid of a blocker is so good. Son Goku, I realize I don't think I showed off the other side for the leaders, but hopefully by now you've probably seen the leaders, so I don't feel the need to spend a lot of time on them. But if I skipped over them too fast, sorry. But again, just kind of trying to show these off because I think we're getting a lot of, in 2 boxes we'll probably see everything once, at least I'd imagine. So really just want to get to the rares and kind of show off the hits, as it were. And we have a Beerus, which again, I'll show off the other side. He's just yawning. Can you make sure this is still staying in focus? And yes, again, you'll notice there are quite a few vanillas. This is kind of what we'd expect from a set 1 design. The thing about the vanillas is they do have good battle power breakpoints, which is nice. And then our rares for this one, Trunks Future, Tournament Power Arena. And they also have the 10k guard, which is important because you do actually need things to have good block value, much exactly like One Piece, and spoiler, early Masters as well, that just having some block value is really important. So Trunks, the other one I was really excited for. And then, of course, the other side for him as well, for those that maybe haven't seen the leader yet. Bulma, Piccolo, Dore. Android 19, again, shout out to hopefully Android's getting more support in the next set. Zamasu, Android 16, Crusher Ball, Son Goku, again, we take those, and Chilled. I do know that the green decks are running the playset of Son Goku because, again, it works really well with the various sacrifice something, gain an effect energy, or just the cycling for some of the individual cards that we've been seeing time and time again. So, Pilaf, Tien, Birder, Instant Kamehameha, Zarbon, Vegeta, Universe 7, Kale, May Future, Yamcha. Oop, the stack is kind of getting a little bit big now. Goku Black, and the SR Frieza, the 40k that's mandatory 4 of in the cooler deck because you can restand it and make it a very aggressive early 40k board control option or just very good, attacking option that we've seen time and time again. Cooler, I know, wasn't as popular as the Ginyu, right, from the Japan events, but I think we will be seeing more Cooler coming up soon because of the 40k attack that you can make use of, right? The Cooler effect can really restand it, or at least from what I remember, in set 1. So you are locked into that leader, but again, 40k attacker is just doing a lot, especially if the meta slows down a little bit. Rare, we have Trunks Future and another SR Vegeta. Another one that's just good for making sure you're getting the ramp and then also having the chance to KO something of the early drop. So a card that you'll probably always run it because it's the ramp, but has good or okay effects depending on what your opponent is playing into. We have the Android leader, Android 17, Magneta, Android. Wait, was that the same? Oh no, one was the vanilla. I just looked at the name as I was going through it. Son Goku, Zamasu, Piccolo, Android 18. Oops. Instant Kamehameha, Tournament Power, and Trunks again. So kind of those back-to-backs. Couple packs left. Put this off to the side, and there's the base side. So just a really quick comparison for those who maybe haven't seen them side by side. Again, the leader alt art is just gorgeous artwork by comparison. So I definitely can see that going for the highest amount and seeing what people be very curious to see what the prices end up at for that. Also, I think I just grabbed 2 cards there, so I skipped over one, but we will go with it. Trunks Youth, brother sister combination, Dr. Jiro's Lab, and a Goldo. All right, from here on out, we are just going to split off because we know the last pack, or I think there's no super rares left. We are just going to speed open the last ones. We are just going to cut right back to the rares, see what we get, because I think by now we've gone through all the commons and uncommons. So Android 20 and Sinister Shadows. Actually, I do not remember that one off the top of my head. So you have center of your cards in your hand, choose up one of your Goku Black battle characters, and switch it to active mode. free attack. 3 is a little bit of expensive, but a card that just gets better as they print more of them, right? I don't think there was a cost associated with it. No specific cost. Just have to have 7 or fewer cards in your hand, but can be any Goku Black. So that's gonna be really good. Moving to our back here, we have Vegeta and Son Gohan Adolescence. All right, so that was box 1. We're just going to quickly grab box 2 here. And like I said, we will do a recap at the end. So if you're, tired of seeing the commons and uncommons and base rares, feel free to skip ahead at the end. But second box, technically first box on camera, that one felt pretty lucky. So I kind of do want to open up another one. Like, as someone who wants to play green, having those 2 as my hits does not feel bad. Now, again, we do have a case, so we'll have to do the full breakdown, but just something to keep in mind. Going here towards the back, we have the Vegeta rare, and then we have my future, which is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful super rare. Again, the code card kind of throws me off because they put it where it's perfectly in line with, as you're opening the pack and kind of fanning to the back. So Bonds of the Ginyu Force and Trunks Future super rare again. I'm telling you, I'm going to get the Goku Black leader. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be great for me. I'm gonna play blue. Everyone's gonna be happy, or I'm gonna be happy at least. And I will sell the Gohan, and everything's good. So we have Son Goku, the ramp card, and ooh, there's our hit for the hit, right? The hit for this box is going to be hit, or at least one of them. So we'll put that right back in its sleeve. Again, I just love the white text box and how it pops out at the bottom there. But I think this is a very good card. 2-drop, you can get some of the -5K swing. It does so much. So I love to see it. Oops, I forgot we had an extra pack over here. I'm pretty sure that's from this box. I guess we'll find out really quick depending on what's in the back. Shifty. We have Body Change and a Krillin. So just a rare. And yeah, poor me, that's got to sort all this at the end. It is late. I'm going to pop a Ghost Energy drink, hashtag not sponsored, but I'm going to need something to help me power through the sorting and all the rest of the unboxing. Oh, there you go. There's the regular version versus the alt art version for those that are interested and want to see those kind of side by side. Like the alt arts in this look very, very good. There you go, finally in focus. Now, I think they did a great job with it, and I hope we see more stuff like the leader alt arts having unique art to them, kind of get more special artwork shown off. Because I know that they have to be a little bit more reserved with the artwork because of the licensor and all that stuff, or at least I'm assuming that is the reason. You can just look at Master's history to kind of confirm that, but whoop, let's not show that. See, that's what I was talking about. I just left it in there. Goku Black and Shield for the rares. But I hope we get to see more customized stuff. Because again, not the biggest, I'm not some huge One Piece fan or anything like that, but I really do love how they did the Wanted poster, right? I think those are really cool alt arts that they did, and hopefully we see some more, experimentation, I guess you could say, with Fusion World. So Son Gohan Childhood, you can tell it's late because it's right after working all day and the pre-release. And then Ginyu just showing off his butt. Automatic staple, must play in the Ginyu deck because you want to rush out your opponent, and it's just a very, fun deck to play. Get this back on screen. Power of Arena, we have the Beerus. And at this point, we're just trying to speed run for that second, big hit in the box, see what it's going to be, and hopefully get something good. Also, somebody said if you have a leader in the front, you don't get a SR in the pack. I don't know how true that is. I haven't really been paying that close of attention, but let me know in the comments below if you're still watching at this point and you get to open a box or two and see a similar pattern. Definitely let me know, because that is a little interesting factoid, it turns out. I just got myself a little bit of a paper cut. Beerus, so yep, there's a leader and no super rare. I guess I'll just make a note of that now for the rest of these packs. And maybe as I go back, I'll see the other ones. Ooh, what is that? Fua and the Ginyu. Squad up, my boys. This is actually just a super cool. This is a super cool alt art, actually. I really like this one. Again, not a deck that I would normally play. Again, for anyone that knows me, I normally play ramp or control style of decks. But that's just a really cool alt art. Well, that is our potentially just 2 hits out of this box. I don't know if the I'm gonna keep calling it the Ghost Rare because that's just like, I don't know what else to call it, but Ghost Goku. I don't know if that takes up the slot or if it's just something that's extra. So someone will have to confirm, or hopefully I will flash forward in this video and I'll be like, oh my God, I got it. And here was the extra thing that I got in a box, right? So at the end, I will do the recap of just like the overall counts of things, but I'm definitely not going to keep these in order of every single box because there is just far too much that I need to open in a short amount of time and leave to get sorted for a little bit later. So super rare Vegeta. What do we got? The Trunks Future Rare and Vegeta on that one again. I'm gonna have so many rares at the end of this, but these code cards are really starting to stack up as well. So we have a Krillin and a Final Hope Slash. Again, I just really love the foiling on this one. I think they did a really good job. Opening this to a Raccoon and Tournament Power Arena. I don't think I've seen any of the lists from Japan, at least. And again, forgive me, I've been much more plugged into the Japan meta than anything else lately because I know not a lot of people can easily report out on that. And so I'm going to be that guy, I guess. But I haven't seen a lot of the field cards really getting used in the Japan meta. So Raccoon again and Android 18. Again, I apologize at this point for just trying to go through them faster if the camera isn't catching it because it's being stubborn, but I am certainly doing my best here. Oop. That got shuffled to the front, so Android 18 is a super rare, and Trunks Future for our rare. I just love that silver foiling on it, and nothing else in the pack, just to confirm. Like I said, from this point, it should just be all straight openings because we got our 2 hits. We're feeling pretty happy so far, but you know, maybe we'll get an extra super rare in there or something. So Trunks Future and Supernova. Actually, I do not remember Supernova off the top of my head. Choose your leader up to one of your battle cards to get gains 20k power. Then choose up to one of your opponent's rest and battle mode cards if cost 4 or less, and it can't switch. Okay, so it's also like a freeze. Okay, I like that. Golden Freeze is a very strong effect. That fact that gives it 20k is pretty nice, I gotta say. All right, so Son Goku and Dr. Jiro's Lab and Ginyu for the rare. Mike, hold on. That card is not foiled. I don't know what's going on here. Throw that off to the side. Get this in frame again. And Son Gohan Childhood Botamo. Getting down to the last few packs before the skip. Goku Black and no super rare. All right, maybe there is something to that. We'll have to, you know, crack the rest of the case, see how true it is, all that good stuff. But it's definitely holding up, at least right now, right? Android 18, Crusher Ball, Son Goku, and the Ginyu SR. Actually, for like an SR, maybe it's just because it has a green background, but like that card really pops and looks good in person. So shout out to the super rare foiling that we've gotten to see so far. All right. Close there and... Oh, there we go. Sinister Sickle, and we actually got a secret rare, which basically counts as a hit, or extra hit, I will say, because these are not... I opened 3 boxes now and only got 1. It do be like that, but just the regular version. But again, a great card. Probably going to be a 2 of in a lot of red lists, maybe a 3 of, depending on how the meta shakes up. But definitely a card that if you're going to be playing red, you want to pick up at least a couple of, because it is quite good itself. And then last pack. Oh, I should have broke down these boxes too, so they fit in there. I guess that would have been cool if that was last pack magic, but no, not the leader for the last pack. Well, that might be a free code for whoever grabs it if you scan it in before I do. Congratulations. Oops. Son Gohan, Adolescence, and Mecha Frieza. So that is a quick look at 2 boxes, and now I'm going to do a little bit of YouTube magic and skip ahead because I have all those to open that you can't see kind of off screen, but they're just, you know, more boxes to do, and I want to make some extra room here so I can actually get through it. And then again, these are just kind of what we've opened so far. We have the leader and another altar, but we will leave more of those for the end. So with that, I'm going to take a magical YouTube cut here, and we'll go over the case pulls very shortly. All right, with a little bit of YouTube magic and super fast sorting, we now have the hits from our first case for Dragon Ball Super Fusion World. And unfortunately, No Goku for us. It does seem to be at least one per 2 cases, or maybe even one every 3, just for at least the couple other people I've talked to also missed on their Gokus. But a case of 3 or sample of 3 cases is not allowed to go off of, so it is what it is. But let us talk about the hits. So yes, these secret rares are going to be what I'm going to call a hit because, you know, we opened 12 boxes and we got 6, right? So I would have liked to see 3 and 3. Would have been a little bit nicer, but up first, we have 4 of the Son Goku, which of course is going to be, as I mentioned, a 2 to 3 of in the list. We got a playset of those. And then we only got 2 of the Son Gohan. So 2 in a case is, you know, when you think about it that way, is pretty insane. And this is a must-have for green decks. So I guess I'm keeping both of these, but at least then I feel a little bit better. And for going into our hits now, we actually did get 2 alt art secret rares. And this has got to be my favorite one. For those that have watched the Shadowverse unboxing that I did, I have a couple. I have my Ultimate Forte still that I opened for that video, and I just love it. I'll never sell it, sort of thing. And man, this one's up there, and I made the deal with myself. If I open up the Goku so I could make enough money back on the case, I wouldn't sell these because it's my favorite art from this set. But unfortunately, I think we low rolled a little bit for how the case ended up. So I'm going to have to sell both of these just to recoup some costs. But it is what it is. It's a very good one to open at least. And again, the camera's not going to do it justice, but like the extra detailing in the background is just fantastic. So let's go through some of our other hits here. We have Android 18. Again, just trying to show off the full art as we can. 2 of those. We have a Vegeta, which is definitely one I think is going to stick around for quite a bit, even, you know, post set 1. So this might be something I try to pick up just to have. 1 Android 1718, another just good anti-aggression card. That's it for green. Going into red, we have Hit. We got 2 of those. We have Son Goku, the 3-drop. We have 2 of those. And then a single Beerus, which, God, this is just such good artwork. I love this one a lot. One that, again, with the critical and non-play both being very, very good. Something that I know that's already seeing a bit of play, and I'm sure we'll see continued play through set 1. Getting on to our blues, and again, keep in mind, I'm a blue main. I talk about green in this set 1, but generally speaking, I do play blue decks in Bandai games, well, blue and yellow technically, because spoiler, green does what yellow wants to be doing with the heal and some other stuff, but I won't digress too much. But I was really excited for blue, and I was really hoping I would get a blue leader I was looking forward to, but we didn't. But going into our blue alt arts, we have 1 May Future, 1 Trunks Future, which again, God, I love this card. This artwork is so good. I really want to get 4 of these somehow. We'll see if that happens. And then 1 Goku Black, another card that is going to be a 4 of if I actually want to get around to play in the blue deck. Going on to yellow, and definitely I think one of my favorites, even if I don't play the deck or don't plan to play the deck, is the Ginyu Force. This one is really nice. We have a full art Frieza, very good for the cooler deck. And then speaking of cooler, we got 2 of them. So we did get 2 of the alt art coolers, and then I'm just going to sneak this one to the front really quick before we get to the rest of them. And then spoiler, we also got the leader cooler, which I will say I wish the other side was foiled, but it is at least alt art sitting on his throne. And we do have the nice gold stamping. Now going on to our leaders, we did get the Gohan. And again, like this is, you know, I can complain about missing the case, but these 3, again, it's really going to hurt to sell them because this is my favorite deck in set 1, but these will definitely help recoup some costs, thankfully. And then lastly, we have our Beerus, or I guess I should have shown the artwork off on both sides because again, it is, you know, he's not being sleepy anymore on this side. And then we have the Ginyu as well, and the alt art that way. And then, of course, I'll go back to the Gohan, who has the alt art on this side. Again, not foiled. It's just alt art. And then you have the full details on this side, which just look absolutely gorgeous. So, again, this clearly wants me to play green, but unfortunately, because we missed the Goku, I will have to sell pretty much all these alt arts, especially with how the market is right now. But that's fine because I do have a play set of super rares, and I'm also going to sell some cards locally so we can actually build a play group and make sure people have cards or have access to cards, even if we have to do like some budget builds for a while. But hold out at least a little bit until the reprints land. So with that, thanks for sticking through to the end and seeing kind of all the big hits. Again, from this point, it's kind of a wait for the digital client. So for those that follow me for my Battle Spirits content, we have pre-release this weekend for set 4. I'm getting my case next week. Spoiler, I'm going to do a case opening for Battle Spirits next week. And then after that, we'll get into more of the let's actually play the game, right? For Fusion World, it'll be digital. And then for Battle Spirits, it'll be over webcam and try to connect with some players that way. So with that, make sure to subscribe for future Fusion World content, be it yes, digital. You know, I'm gonna, because it's gonna be a little bit harder to record at locals and stuff. But if I can get some webcam games together, we'll definitely do that as well. But Fusion World will most likely be digital, and of course, Battle of Spirits Saga coming up right around the corner. So with that, my friends, stay safe, stay hydrated, and we'll see you in the next video. Cheers.